I grew up in Iraq under the regime of Saddam Hussein, and in 1990, Saddam decided to invade Kuwait, and I was a student at the college there in Baghdad, and I protested, and at the time, that was really difficult to do. As a result, I had to flee home and end up in a refugee camp in Saudi Arabia for 2 years. From there, I come to the States where I started a new life. One thing that surprised me is how disconnected our comfort zone here into the conflict zone in Iraq. And I thought, for an artist, this is really difficult to be able to connect these two places. And it's more difficult to connect these two places in a dialogue and not being didactic. I finally was able to figure out, as an artist who belonged to these two places, what to do with my artwork, to connect these two places, to start a dialogue about the war, about the conditions of both places. I was sitting watching TV, that is January 2007, and I heard an interview with an American soldier sitting in Colorado, directing drone planes, dropping them on Iraqi villages and cities with no physical or psychological connection to the ground. And I was shocked by that. Then I decided this is an inspiration. And I called my gallery in Chicago and I said, I wanted to do a project that is connect people wherever they are to me, to my confinement in an art gallery. And I'm gonna build a robot that shoots paintball, and I'm gonna give the control to the people who are online from all over the world. I decided to stay in the gallery for 1 month. The project became known as Domestic Tension, and I moved my entire living space into the gallery. The website has very limited information to offer. There is absolutely no political rhetoric on it because I didn't want it to impose on people as they encounter the interface. I didn't want them to know what the project is about. I give them the navigation, which is very simple, left, right, and this navigation will move the robot left and right until the time is right for the shooter. They could point the gun at me and shoot. If you've never been shot by a paintball, I would not recommend it at all. The gun was designed to shoot for 200 feet, and I was about 20 feet living away from it. And you could imagine, after 1 month of being shot at, 70,000 shots were fired at me from 128 countries with 80 million hits online. And the most rewarding thing, it was the connection to the people who come to the chat room to communicate with me and communicate with other people as well. The visitors to the site, to the gallery, who sustained me for a month, bringing food, water, paintballs. And I always say, Chicagoan was so generous of just offering comfort food. At the end of the month, I gained 10 pounds. They show up and you have to interact with them, you have to eat with them, and never disappoint them. But at the same time, I was dodging bullets all day, all night. And this is the end result of what happened after 1 month. The place completely was destroyed.